46 seconds left to play in the first. Butler against Thompson. Outside Payton. Hield to screen on Green. Just 4 to shoot. Butler passes to Kuminga. They still need this. Thompson pulls it in. Thompson's got 4 rebounds now. Crafty move. Brooks finds Thompson. Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. Houston shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And what I like about Thompson, along with the high-level athleticism, he has a high-level feel for the game.
On the wing, Payton. The 3 is up. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry.
And that ends their drought. You could feel the frustration building with each miss.
Yeah, not the start that they wanted, but maybe that basket was all they needed to get into a little bit of a rhythm.
And here's Thompson. It's good! It's good at the buzzer! Wow!
And just nails the 3. Way to close the quarter.
He knew exactly how he wanted to do it, too. There was no doubt in his mind that it was going to fall.
We're at the end of the first, and what a blowout already in this one. Rockets ahead, running away with it. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. This Game 6 getting started. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Rockets?
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
They're also managing to make lots of trouble for their opponent in transition. Right away, they're finding points on the break.
Thompson's got a perfect 5 for 5 from the field. All right, I don't want to make you feel too old here, RJ, but you did get drafted back in 2001. What's the biggest change to the game, you think?
Oh, I think without a doubt the physicality and the 3-ball. Teams are not as physical, and they shoot a lot more threes. When I came in, they were barely shooting them. Now that's all that matters. You got to expect this from a high-volume shooter with range like Hield. He loves to let threes fly from everywhere.
Got a hand on it. And so ball out of bounds. Thompson touched it last. Here's Golden State. Outside Hield. Pass to Curry. From downtown, another 3 for Golden State.
When Curry gets a look that's good, he is automatic. There is almost no stopping him.
Brooks from outside hits a 3-pointer. Brooks has got his 2nd basket of the night.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Now here's Curry. Back to Hield. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Hield's got 5.
Scoring close in, Hield is more than just a 3-point gunner.
You know, for all the accolades thrown Stephen Curry's way, Richard, I've heard you say he might be the best conditioned player ever.
Absolutely. When you think about all the ground he covers every single game, his stamina is still something that I will always be impressed with.
And it's Hield missing.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
Here's Şengün. Again, Houston.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Golden State calls timeout. And a new group getting ready for the Warriors. Green's checked in for Jackson Davis. Jimmy Butler comes in for Kuminga. Moody's checked in for Payton. And Podziemski subbed in for Hield. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Butler against Thompson from the arc. The shot by Podziemski, no good.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from three.
Richard, it comes as no surprise that Golden State is routinely at the top of the league for made threes.
That's how this team has been constructed. They are custom built to rain threes on you, and we've seen it be very, very effective.
And attacking with reckless abandon, somehow Thompson able to get through.
And the Warriors making a switch here. Hield's checked in. Houston shooting their fourth attempt at the line tonight. Since being drafted in 2021, Alperen Şengün has really grown his game, Richard.
Particularly his assist numbers. That's what impresses me. You can run the offense through the 6'11" Şengün. It's so impressive.
And the Warriors miss again.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
In a major drought, need to find some sort of momentum.
Now here's Brooks. He's got 9. Şengün with it, now guarded by Moody. 6 to shoot. And Şengün gets it to go. Şengün's got 7 now in this quarter.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
Here's Green. No made baskets yet. Here's Butler. Will it go? Nice D from Thompson.
It's one thing to prevent the layup. It's another to do it without fouling. Just terrific defense.
Going inside, and the slam dunk by Thompson.
Tough to slow Thompson down when he's got a lane to the rim like that.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
And here's Butler outside. Rebound by Van Vliet. And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played. And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for the 8 seconds. The Warriors have gotten 5 of 8 attempts to drop since the second began. On the wing, Green. Offline with a 3. Deflects the pass. And it's out of bounds to the Rockets as Houston retains possession.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He still got a good outcome.
And so it's Houston just dominating the opposition as they maintain a 36-point advantage. Defense is setting the tone. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this.
And we thank you for joining this postseason broadcast, and it's been an outstanding first half for the Houston Rockets.
The defense should get a top. They've been getting splashed on all game, and I'm just sitting back watching the show.
And as great as they've been, the show still has a second act. It can all change in a flash.
Can you say splash on TV?
Looking at the series breakdown for the Warriors. In good position in the series, but not so much tonight. Guys, what are you seeing?
Yeah, I think they took their foot off the gas just a little bit. Feeling confident, but you got to keep working.
Yeah, you need to have that killer instinct. You know, when you got a team down, that's when you got to put them away.
Get them out of there. And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
Great to have you with us again as we return to our coverage of round 1. Well, you got to like what we're seeing from Amin Thompson.
Well, if he's hit threes like he did in the first half, he's going to have a monster night.
And let's see if the D adjusts, make life a little more difficult on him.
And the Warriors shooting a poor 25% for this game so far. Richard, if you look back at the Rockets' history, it's striking how many all-time greats have worn that uniform.
There are so many Hall of Famers: Hakeem Olajuwon, Ralph Sampson, Calvin Murphy, Yao Ming, Elvin Hayes, and that's only to name a few.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, the Warriors can be sloppy with the ball. Coach Kerr said, "I don't mind turnovers that result from trying to make the extra pass. It's the ones that don't stand a chance to get through that bother me. If we just hit..." singles, we have so many playmakers and shooters that it's all going to come out pretty positively. Brian?
All right, Allie, thank you. On the wing, Brooks. Tried to come right back with a three of his own, but it's no good. Curry with it. Van Vliet covering. Here's Butler, and it's Butler with the jam.
And this is where Butler wants to attack you. Ground zero.
Here's Thompson. The putback. Can't get the putback. The Warriors have gone 3 of 3 in this second half. Butler can't get it to go.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
Thompson outside. That doesn't go either for Thompson. And so it's Green who brings up the ball for Golden State. On the wing, Thompson. He's covered by Curry. And the bucket is good.
Yeah, this is the kind of scorer this rookie can be. Thompson just doing whatever he wants right now.
Curry passes to Moody. Back to Curry. Outside Butler. Fires the three. Rebounded by Green. The Rockets have got just 2 of 6 in the second half. Out to Thompson. Launches it. And it goes. That makes him 9 for 13 now.
A confident shot from Amen. I mean, when he trusts his J, Thompson is that much more difficult to check.
Launches a three. And Houston another three.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
Pass to Moody. A minute and a half left in the third quarter here. Shot clock at 6. To the inside. No good. Unable to win this run. For Houston, they've gone 4 of 8 in the third. Brooks from outside. And the three-pointer goes. Brooks has got 12 points in the game.
Trying to keep up with Brooks will wear you out. He gets one step ahead and pulls right up to shoot.
To the paint. Here's Moody. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can threat him with the lead pass. Well done.
And that one's good for Brooks.
Yeah, I know the guys love to see Brooks get in a groove like this. It gets the whole team fired up.
Curry against Van Vliet. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Houston has gotten 12 of their points this quarter from deep. 4 of 6. Here's Green. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. 10 points for him.
Just a beautiful jump shot. Green is the prototype NBA 2-guard.
Here's the teardrop. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
Knocks it loose. It's Podziemski on the wing. Outside Moody. Puts up a three. Not going to go that time. And so it's the Houston Rockets, making this game a no contest. They poured it on early, and they've never let up. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining two 2K Sports and our coverage of this first round. Van Vliet with it. Pure from three-point range.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Fast break. Here come the Rockets. They swipe it. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Curry, that's good.
Even a half-court shot is a good shot for Curry. That's how good of a shooter he is.
Thompson scanning the floor. There's the drive and the slam dunk by Thompson.
Even with the score as it is, he just keeps coming at you.
Outside Curry. Healed from outside. The Rockets pull it in. Van Vliet outside. Pass to Green. And a great assist by Van Vliet as that one goes. Van Vliet's got his fourth assist with that last one. Golden State has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Hield passes to Curry. 4-3. Knocks it down from distance.
What focus from Curry on offense so far, doing everything he can to provide a lift for his squad.
Here's Brooks. And the Rockets tack on 2 more.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
This is what you expect from him, just coming alive and dominating in effortless fashion here in the fourth. And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
And the basket by Van Vliet.
Ooh, shaking them out of their shoes. Van Vliet with the moves.
Here's Curry. And he converts the layup.
Somebody help this man. Get this man some help out there. He's doing everything he can to keep his team in the game.
The 3-ball. Şengün, that's good.
Nice find by Thompson. Now, good to see him sharing the ball like this.
Down low. Here's Jackson Davis. And he dunks it down.
Willing passers, unselfish play. You have to appreciate this kind of offense.
Van Vliet, the pass to Green. And here's Brooks. Back to Green. Pass to Van Vliet. Overhealed. And it falls all over the rim and in.
And what an effort to pull off Game 6. Things are looking rosy right now for the Rockets.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
This series has already been such a nail-biter, and now they've managed to force a Game 7. You have to applaud the grit they showed out there tonight.
Yeah, they really proved they're in this to win it all. And now they've got a little bit of forward momentum on their side. Should be a very entertaining Game 7.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Amen Thompson.
And what effort he had on the boards, displaying some great fight, willing to battle down low.
43 seconds left in the game. Thompson against Butler. Here's Podziemski. And again, no good by Golden State.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
Yeah, but right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
And Şengün gets it to go.
And, guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game. Saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
Curry looking it over. And so it's the Rockets taking care of business in this one. They're able to force a winner-take-all Game 7. They stave off elimination, and anyone can win this series now.
And really,
coming right up. The Pacers. Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation. All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. Inside for him, it's Harris and Duren. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Cade Cunningham. And it's Thompson in at the small forward position. Halliburton with the steal. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Halliburton may have a lean frame, but right there it shows you how balanced he is. Fights off the defense on the way up. That's nice.
The Pacers shooting their first foul shot of the game.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
The shot by Thompson, no good. Halliburton against Cunningham. Fires from deep, rejected by Harris. Now, here's Cunningham. Tight defense on him. Harris looking it over. To the inside, Duren, and Duren slams it in.
And credit Harris for creating that high percentage look, scanning the floor and finding the best option.
On the Pacers' doors last season, trading for Pascal Siakam to complement this hungry team.
And Kevin, it's important in a couple of ways. First of all, he's a two-time All-Star who's got a championship pedigree. The other part of this is Indiana is an equal opportunity offense, so they want to share the basketball. But Pascal brings individual playmaking and shot making, and sometimes that's a must-have in this league.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Yeah, give Halliburton credit for staying with the play. You've got to be able to fend off that defense and still finish.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight. Seems like every time, Greg, we see Tyrese Halliburton, he's wearing a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this game. Halliburton is such an enthusiastic player, and that positive attitude really infects his entire team. And that's another basket for them. They have really come out blazing here in the first.
And it's sent back by Turner.
You're talking 6'11" and big-time length. Send it back, Mr. Turner.
Beasley's checked in for the Pistons. And Detroit with another turnover here. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Well, Kevin, Rick Carlisle gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. We talked about how dialed in he is on Cade Cunningham in this matchup. Coach told me the key is not to let him get into a rhythm early on. That might mean we have to throw different defenders at him, maybe send them double teams too. Everything is on the table tonight. We'll see what they come up with for Cade. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks. And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's ready to talk things through with the team. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Count it, good.
And you can play Cunningham on the ball, off the ball. He's really a generational talent, partly because of his versatility.
Halliburton for three. And Indiana Another three.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for Indiana. And this group reaching a major milestone this season, notching their 50th win in their last game.
Hey, you love to ensure a winning season, and most NBA teams, even great ones, consider this a major accomplishment.
Outside Hardaway. Kicks it out to Beasley. Harris draws the double. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And Turner with a clear path to the rack. The shot's good from Halliburton.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Here's Hardaway, and no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Halliburton with it. 23 points in the game. Into the lane, and Halliburton slams it in.
How about that take from Halliburton? That's a big-time finish on the drive.
Here's Cunningham. Not going to go that time. Tyrese Halliburton has been on display for Indiana. He nailed it from long range in that quarter, winds up with a total of 4 three-pointers in the period. We come back right after this. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Pacers.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
The other thing they've done a great job of so far is getting offense off of their defense, forcing turnovers, then quickly converting.
The forward spots with Nesmith and Siakam. Halliburton in the backcourt, Nembhard to his side. And it's Turner in at the center. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Pacers. Pacers leading by 21. And Doris, when you look at Aaron Nesmith, he is someone that has accepted readily more responsibility over time.
There's no question, Kevin, and what I love is he didn't let not playing early in his career affect his outlook. In fact, it almost added an edge and spurred him to incredible improvement. He's an excellent defensive player. He's worked hard to become a three-point shooter. Somebody defenses must now account for from range. You love the work put in.
Here's Schroeder. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. Indiana's gone a very strong 4 for 5 from three-point land in the ball game. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Tyrese Halliburton has become the face of the Pacers franchise. He says, they've done a great job of allowing me to spread who I am and how I play throughout the organization. The guys and the coaches have adapted to that. Good things are happening. I want us to be the best team in the league. Kevin, he's certainly taking them in the right direction.
David, I'm infatuated with this guy as you are. He does so much at such a young age. Man, the sky is the limit.
Wow, I'd say big-time finish from Tyrese Halliburton. Take off. Let him hear you, Tyrese.
And Indiana, another 3.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. So for the Pistons, Tobias Harris comes in for Thompson, and Cade Cunningham subbed in for Malik Beasley. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. And it's Schroeder missing. And here's Indiana. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. Greg, you've been a part of some great contending teams over the years, but what's it like being on a team at the bottom of the standings with not a lot of hope for the regular season.
Well, Kevin, no one likes losing, but it can certainly take a toll. But it can also allow you to play more freely when you know you're bad and you're not having to deal with the pressure of expectations.
Finished off the break. Halliburton's got 38 points.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Pass to Holland. And here is Harris. Deflects the pass. Schroeder. It's rebounded by Indiana. Turner's got 5 rebounds tonight. Halliburton against Schroeder. From deep three-point land. Rebounded by Cade Cunningham. And it's Cunningham with the ball for Detroit. Still looking for their first basket since the first quarter. On the wing, Harris. And here's Schroeder. He has yet to score. Just 5 on the clock. Harris passes to Stewart. This one for 3. Holland, no good.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Yeah, this is his game, right? Halliburton wants you to forget how deadly he is from three-point territory. Look out.
Now here's Schroeder. To the paint. Here's Stewart. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And so it's Indiana, sitting on a lead of 40 points at the end of the quarter. Terrific play. And it's been their rugged defense setting